I've tested hundreds of AI tools at this point, and I'll be honest with you, most of them are a complete waste of time. But the tools in this video are tools that I'm actually using in my business every single day. They help me save time, cut costs, and scale faster than my competition. And just to be clear, I'm not affiliated with any of these tools. Nobody's paying me to say this, and I'm ranking them based on one simple question. Does the tool actually make me money? So here's how I'm breaking it down. S tier means it's a non-negotiable tool for us. These tools are now core business infrastructure. A tier means serious leverage, but it may not be for everyone. B tier means it's useful in the right situation, but it may require more of a learning curve or may not have the impact that I think is useful for everyone. Now, let's start with a tool that might replace your entire development team. Lovable. Lovable might be the most underrated tool on this entire list. Here's what it does. You describe an app in plain English and it just builds it for you. I'm talking about client onboarding trackers, internal communication calculators, project dashboards with Stripe integrations, customer portals, inventory systems, no code required, no developers needed, no $10,000 freelancer bill. This is where business is heading. We're moving away from spreadsheets and toward these lightweight micro apps that actually do what you need. The old way of thinking was, we need to hire a developer for that. The new way is, I'll just build it in Lovable after lunch. Now, I'm putting Lovable in the A tier instead of the S tier because I feel like it's still maturing as a platform. And honestly, not every business needs custom internal apps. But if you're still running your operations on spreadsheets and duct tape, Lovable is how you upgrade. Here's another one that most people haven't come across yet. It's called Whisperflow, and it's an AI-powered voice detection. But this isn't the clunky stuff that's built into your phone or your laptop. The way it works is you hold down a hotkey, and for me, that's control, speak naturally, and it converts your voice into a polished, formatted text. And it works on any app, Gmail, Slack, Notion, even code editors. And here's why this matters. Speech to text is about 4 times faster than typing for things like emails, messages, and notes. It automatically strips out all of your filler words and formats everything professionally. It also works in over 100 languages. I personally use it for writing long ChatGPT prompts, responding to emails while I'm walking, doing meeting follow-ups, and just brainstorming out loud. Whisperflow has already saved me hours of work. The reason why I'm putting this at an A tier is because it's genuinely well built and anyone can use it. Whisperflow is a real productivity boost if you spend most of your day writing or communicating. A tier. All right, here is our first S tier tool. Claude is made by Anthropic, and honestly, it's been one of my go-to AI assistants. For certain tasks, I prefer Claude over ChatGPT. It's especially good at writing, analysis, and working through complex problems. The responses from Claude tend to feel more natural and more nuanced, especially for longer form content. I use Claude for drafting emails, working through strategic decisions, analyzing documents, and honestly, just thinking through problems out loud. Claude is also really good at following detailed instructions and maintaining context over long conversations. One thing I really like is that Claude tends to push back when something does not make sense, rather than just giving you whatever you want to hear. And that's actually good when you're trying to make valuable decisions. Now here's why Claude is an S tier tool. If you're running a business in 2026 and you're not using AI assistants like Claude and ChatGPT, you are leaving money on the table. These tools fundamentally change how quickly you can operate. Claude is an S tier tool because it's versatile, reliable, and I use it every single day. S tier. ElevenLabs. ElevenLabs is a tool for voice cloning and AI-generated voiceovers. The way it works is you can clone your own voice or use their library of voices to generate professional quality audio content. The quality is genuinely impressive. Most people can't tell the difference between ElevenLabs and a real human recording. The main use case here is for training videos, marketing content, podcasts, or educational material. Instead of hiring voiceover talent or re-recording every time you need to make a change, you just type the new script and generate it. But here's why I'm putting it at B tier. For most businesses, this tool is just not relevant. If you're not actively producing audio or video content, you're never going to use this. It's amazing for content creators, but it's not universal. So B tier for ElevenLabs. Claude Code, which is different from Claude. Claude Code is one of the most powerful AI tools out there right now. It's an AI coding agent that lives in your terminal. You describe what you want to build in plain English and it builds it. But here's what makes it different from other coding tools. It can read your entire code base, understand how everything connects, plan out complex changes across multiple files, and ship code autonomously. It's not just autocomplete. It's like having a senior developer work alongside you. We use it to build internal tools, automating workflows, and creating custom integrations. The speed at which you can ship stuff is genuinely ridiculous. Now here's why I'm putting it at A tier instead of S tier. Claude Code is a very powerful tool that opens up a lot of business opportunities, but it's difficult to use if you are not technical. If you're a developer or have developers on your team, this is absolutely worth exploring. But for non-technical founders, you might get more mileage out of something like Lovable. So A tier for Claude Code. If you are curious if AI can save your business time and money, click the link in the description to take a 60-second quiz that will show you how we can streamline your business. Next, we have Loom. Loom isn't AI in the flashy sense, but I want to include it because it solves real problems. Here's a rule I live by. Every time you find yourself repeating something, record a Loom. Training videos, SOP walkthroughs, here's how we do this, explanations. You record it once, and you can use that video to train people forever. Pair that with an AI-generated transcript, and you've got scalable training assets. Now, the reason I'm putting this at B tier is because it is helpful, but it's not transformative. It's not going to fundamentally change the way you operate your business. It just makes one specific thing easier: training and communication. So B tier for Loom. N8N. N8N is an open source automation platform, but what makes it relevant here is that you can build AI-powered workflows inside of it. I use it to connect to OpenAI, Claude, and other AI models to create automations that actually think. Things like automatically categorizing incoming emails, generating responses, summarizing documents, or routing leads based on AI analysis. The power here is combining automation with AI logic in a single workflow. Now here's why I'm putting N8N at B tier. It has a pretty steep learning curve. I use it regularly, but it took me a while to get comfortable with it. If you've got technical resources on your team, or you want to avoid SaaS pricing, N8N is absolutely worth it. But for most people, it's going to take some real effort to get some value out of it. B tier for N8N. Gamma. Gamma is a tool I use all the time for client-facing work. It takes your rough text and turns it into a polished, professional deliverable in just a few minutes. I'm talking about proposals, reports, pitch decks, training docs, and client handoffs. Here's my typical workflow. I take a rough summary or some notes, paste it into Gamma, and generate a full proposal or presentation that actually looks good. Before I found Gamma, I spent 3 hours trying to make a deck look presentable. Now it takes me maybe like 15 minutes. It basically replaces all of that tedious formatting work and makes your outputs look like you have a designer on staff. Now, the reason why I'm putting this at A tier instead of S tier is because it's great for deliverables, but it's not like a can't live without it tool. It makes you faster at a specific type of work, but it's not foundational to your entire business. A tier for Gamma. All right, let's close with ChatGPT. Yes, everyone uses it, but here's the problem. Most people are using ChatGPT completely wrong. They treat ChatGPT like a search engine. They type in a question, get an answer, and then close a tab. That's not how operators use this tool. Here's what I do instead. I create separate projects in ChatGPT for different business functions. I've got a project for sales assistants, one for generating proposals, one for screening job candidates, and one for drafting client support responses. And inside each project, I load up all the relevant context: company docs, policies, templates, examples of what good output looks like, brand voice instructions. So now ChatGPT is not just a chatbot anymore. It's a repeatable system that actually knows my business. Let me give you a quick example. In my sales project, I've loaded our offers, our pricing, common objections, and our call flow. When I paste in a sales call transcript, it tells me exactly what went wrong, what I should say next time, and it even drafts the follow-up email for me. That's why ChatGPT is S tier. It's the most versatile tool on the list. And when you use projects in ChatGPT correctly, it becomes the backbone of how you operate, but only if you stop treating ChatGPT like Google. S tier for ChatGPT. Let me quickly mention a tool that's worth talking about: GoHighLevel or GoHighLevel. This is a CRM plus automation platform built specifically for service businesses. It handles your pipeline, follow-ups, text, emails, appointment booking, all in one place. If you're running a service business, GoHighLevel is solid, but it's really only relevant for that use case. So B tier for GoHighLevel. Before you go, what is the most repetitive task in your business right now? Put your answers in the comments. I'll make a future video explaining a system that can help solve your problems. So the takeaway, don't go downloading all of these tools. Instead, pick one specific business outcome that you actually want. Maybe it's building internal tools without code. Go with Lovable. Maybe it's writing faster. Try Whisperflow. If you're technical and want to ship faster, check out Claude Code. For client deliverables, Gamma. For AI-powered automations, look into N8N. And for building repeatable systems, set up ChatGPT projects or Claude. Install one of them, put it into one real workflow, and build the habit. Because here's the thing, AI makes money when it becomes part of your operating system. Now, if you want my exact business AI setup, plus the default projects that I use for sales, ops, and support, drop a comment below and I'll send it over. See you in the next one.